Hi, my name is Gabriel Brown. I'm Principal Analyst with Heavy Reading, and I'm here with Bob Everson, Global Director of Mobility at Cisco. Good to see you, Bob. We're going to talk about Open RAN. It's a subject that's really blowing up in the industry right now. A new way of kind of designing and operating mobile networks. Why do you think that is?
Right. So customers are pretty clear that they want to look at a new way of designing these networks now. As they're making investments in 5G, as they're densifying their network, they're saying, okay, there's a better way of doing this, and how do I go about that?
Okay, good stuff. And what's your involvement at Cisco? I mean, I know there's a ton of initiatives around.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Customers came to us and said, given the position that we're in, where we've been inherently multi-vendor from the start, they have come to us and said, how do we architect these networks? And as we did that, we saw that there was a need to extend into the radio access network. We're obviously not a RAN player, and so what we did was we formed this open vRAN ecosystem to partner with a number of the innovators out there in the industry to help drive these solutions, integrate them, and provide options for customers.
Yeah, okay. And when we think about Open RAN, is it, it's all about this kind of front haul interface, the xRAN front haul interface and converting to packet, or is it bigger than that?
So it's bigger than that. The interfaces, open interfaces are incredibly important, obviously. Also open management interfaces, because not just the interfaces between the elements, but the management interfaces northbound, southbound have to be opened up to allow these systems to integrate. But it's broader than that, because as you look at virtualizing these workloads, they have to be able to be deployed in a variety of different deployment models. So some of them may be closer to the edge, some of them may be out at the tower, some of them may be all the way back into the network. And so it's about the infrastructure that runs on top of, it's about the interfaces between the elements, and building this better end-to-end system.
Yeah, I've seen xRAN's adopted, the Yang modeling and so forth for control and management of the radio units. Big deal, right? I mean, you're going to be able to kind of, the same tool sets and principles you can apply to transport and packet networking. You can bring the RAN in and do some pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's huge, and we've seen this firsthand with our SON product as an example. Trying to interface with the legacy RAN vendors with their proprietary management interfaces has been really a challenge. And so the operators have looked at this and said, okay, if we can get an open interface, NetConf Yang is obviously a great industry standard here, and getting that approved and ratified for the radio is a huge step. Now we're moving further back into the network, and the O-RAN Alliance is doing great work there.
Yeah. Okay, great stuff. Thanks, Bob.
Okay, thank you.